Hi, my name is Angela Skurtu. I'm at www.therapistintstlouis.com. And today I'd like to talk to you about microaggressions, which are considered unintentional forms of racism. So most of the people that I work with are pretty reasonable people. So I'm making this video not for any of the extremes on any side, but for the people who are right in the middle, who are reasonable people who care about racism and who want to see change, but who also sometimes struggle to see what's going on, where the anger is coming from. So in the word unintentional, people will say, I didn't mean to come across as racist. That's not what I meant when I said this thing. It was unintentional, right? When I work with couples, for example, somebody might hurt somebody unintentionally. And so they'll spend a lot of time explaining, no, this is what I meant. That's not what I said. I didn't mean to. But a lot of what I tell clients when they've unintentionally hurt each other as a couple is, I know you didn't mean to. I know you love each other very much, but part of our job is to learn how we hurt each other regardless of intention. So most of my work is teaching people about impact. How do you impact the people around you, whether you intend to or not? Most of us intend good for our partners. Most of us intend good for the people around us, our communities. And most people intend for good when they're talking about these topics of racism, institutionalized racism, systemic racism, right? And a lot of times we just don't, because we're not taught how to have these conversations in a reasonable and respectful way, it's very easy to hurt each other unintentionally. And so one of the things I want to challenge those of you, my reasonable listeners, to do is consider how you unintentionally come across as biased and racist. So for example, one that I've been hearing a lot is from some professional friends of mine who say that when they got a certain job, so these are my Black people of color friends, okay? My Black friends, you're allowed to say that. But anyhow, what they'll say is they'll get a job, and when people hear of where they came from, their background, or just because they see they're Black, they'll say, it's amazing that you got this job. So the intent is to say, wow, what a good job, I'm proud of you. But the unintentional message in that is, wow, I can't believe a Black person got this job. And I want people to start to understand and see some of the unintentional messages that are being sent when you say certain things. So another one is, obviously the Black Lives Matter, when you get the retort of all lives matter. So all lives matter is a form of dismissing the basic message or the premise of what people are trying to say. So Black people are very hurt and scared, and this isn't the first thing that's scared or hurt them. This is a systemic 400 years of oppression in different ways. Since the George Floyd murder, there have been tons of names that they've been posting, that people have been posting about. People have been posting about this issue of different people who have been harmed by police, but through racial discrimination, through systemic abuse, essentially. And so some of what, when you are talking to somebody who is really passionate about this, you aren't just talking about this recent incident. We're talking about years of oppression and abuse. And as a therapist who also works with systemic trauma, I'm a trauma-informed therapist, when somebody says this means something to me and you wipe it away by basically saying another term like that or phrase, all lives matter, you basically telling them that they don't matter. That's the underlying message, is you don't matter, you don't count. It's the same thing as saying to somebody with breast cancer, well, all cancers matter. What about ball cancer? I know it's the testicular cancer, but it's just an example. It's the same as saying, when somebody's father died, well, all fathers die. Yes, those things are true, but they're very insensitive and they're not trauma informed. And again, they're unintentionally racist, but they're racist. And I think people need to understand that unintentional still has an impact. And the bigger issue here is learning how you have an impact on people around you. challenging yourself to grow and learn more. How do I come across? What are the ways that I say things unintentionally that cause harm? And I'm not exempt from this. I learn every day. I'm on a journey for the rest of my life to find out, wow, what are the ways that my biases change and impact how I help the people around me? All right, stay tuned because I'm going to put out more videos about this topic, and I want to make sure I'm helping people understand how they impact others so that we can work together as a family, because we're one big family in this country. We don't always choose our family, but if we're living together, we're a family. So this has been Angela Skurtu with TherapistInSt. Louis.com, and my goal is to bring together two opposing views on the couch, no matter who's on the couch, where the couch is, or what the couch represents. And today, the couch represents America. Hi, America.